I hate the red pill. As a matter of fact, I despise it. I think the red pill has warped my perception and a lot of young men's perception on love and the game of mating and dating. So, in this video, we're going to talk about why I hate the red pill, and furthermore, what can be done in a response to the red pill. How can young men move forward, and some suggestions from me, somebody who is on the other side of the red pill. So, here are some scenarios that the red pill provokes or promotes. Don't text her first, or never text her, or don't talk to her for a whole week, because then she'll start thinking about you. Like, come on. That is so stupid. Does that sound sustainable at all? Does that sound like a respectful way to engage with somebody and like be involved with someone? You're just gonna ignore them and play mental games until they crack and start begging for your attention? Just like listen to that. That just sounds messed up. It's just narcissistic. It's not normal and appropriate human behavior. Another one, act uninterested. Since when did people want people who are uninterested? Yes, there are certain people who might quote unquote fall for the game of, oh, like acting too cool, but is that, like I said, sustainable or morally just? You're just acting uninterested and just quite frankly being a jerk. There's a fine line. Like, you don't have to be like all over the person, but at the same time, just like not caring and being so casual and nonchalant about things will not help you achieve your objective either, if your objective is to find love and one day a wife. Another thing, disgusting, having a rotation, right? So the red pill approaches women from a really lustful perspective, like that they're just means to an end, or that they're just objects of pleasure and desire. So it's like, have a rotation, like have a girl for this, have a girl for that, have a girl for this position and that position. It's honestly just kind of gross. Beyond the promiscuity, it's like you're just kind of using people and just, you're not really like there. You're just playing games, and it's like when you're like playing games, what do you expect the people who you're playing with to also be doing? You guys are all doing it to each other, and it's honestly just kind of gross, like when you think about it. And I have come to a certain point in my maturation where I realized that I'm gonna no longer accept relationship advice from single 40-year-old bachelors who sit like this, because these guys have no wife, no kids. Yeah, they got some money in their pocket. I got money in my pocket too, but they got no wife or kids, and they're trying to tell me how to get women. It's like, you guys are like pushing 50. You guys are all alone. You guys have no legacy to leave behind, like in terms of like that family extent. And it's just like, it's time that we stopped listening to these people. Like, these people are like not giving good advice. Like, all these guys, like all these alpha males on the internet, they're like 30, 40 years old talking about, oh, don't text her first, wait a million years, maintain your masculine frame, like all this stuff. And they're pushing 40 with no wife, no kids. Like, how are you supposed to tell me what masculinity is? So, like I said, all these things lead to short-term pleasure in situationships. So if that's what you're in the business for, then you know what, this video is not for you. You love the red pill, and you probably get a lot out of it. However, let's speak on the contrary. So what do we do instead? Now I have learned to embrace love, and to learn how to love rather than learn how to get girls. I'm learning how to love. So let's go over that a little bit. So sure, there's inherent risk when you're loving someone, because you put all this time, effort, energy, maybe even money into a person, and then it doesn't quite work out. And a lot of men are really sensitive, and they're just like, oh, fuck love, I'm never gonna do this again. It's like, you can get back up after getting hit. Like, it's quite possible that you love the right way to the wrong person, and you just gotta keep continuing and trying to find your person and keep loving and keep doing right by yourself. You should not change, even if the person who's receiving your love, it's not quite working out. Obviously, if you have issues, like, work on your issues. But if you're just doing everything right, you're doing the whole flower thing, you're being romantic, and she's just not with it, she's not your cup of tea, and you will find what's for you. Because a lot of men want a wife to just fall into their laps. However, you gotta earn that. You gotta become a man worth having that wife. And it's just be a man and love. And when you get hurt, continue to love. Get back up and love again and love hard until you find the correct person. Once again, it's not to say to pedestalize people or to be like cringy about it or to make somebody feel like overwhelmed. It's more so to say that you just have to continue loving. You can't let the world taint you. Even like if you have like pure intentions, if you're like, oh, lover boy, quote unquote. So another thing, you gotta have like some passions. You gotta have like a life direction of some sort. Because if you just like put a potential partner, like a woman, as your number one, I mean, that's just too much pressure. Like, just think about it. Do you want to be somebody's number one priority in life? Like, when nobody's perfect, not even the girl that you want to love is perfect. So, if you try to make her the number one, it's just too much pressure. It's just, she feels like pressure to respond and to be perfect and to be this and that and to live up to the pedestal that you put her on. And I actually saw this in a video about covert narcissism. A lot of people will, like people who are covert narcissists, feel that they deserve perfect, so they project perfection onto other people, and anytime that they don't achieve perfection, they are sure to point it out. They're the first to point it out. Don't pedestalize women. That's not to say don't compliment her. I will get into that in a second. It's more so to say have things that you love in life and go for them, and also let love be that cherry on top, that thing to come home to. So another thing, compliment her, call her beautiful, hold her hand, embrace what is natural. If this is natural, how can it be wrong? It's the natural order of things to like make her feel good, to make her feel valued and seen, and to like listen to her, to hear her out. That is just the natural order of things, and men can do better at honing in on their listening skills and making somebody feel valued and heard. Because sometimes, I've been what's the word? I've done this before where you're just like a chronic problem solver. You just want to solve everybody's problems. A girl will tell you about a problem, and the first thing you want to do is solve it. When sometimes all you gotta do is listen. All you gotta do is be there, hold her hand, remind her how beautiful she is, tell her how much you see that she's trying, and stuff like that is gonna go way further than any problem solving, any nonchalant acting. You're just like, whatever. Like, yeah, this is cool. Like, come on, that's so lame. And again, you will live to love another day. You just gotta keep becoming a man worthy of love, and this takes a lot of effort. I'm not even there yet, but I'm still working on it, and I'm still learning, and I'm still trying to be the best that I can be. A lot of people just don't want to put the effort in. They just want to keep wilding out and, having these rotations, keep embracing these red pill ideologies, when in reality they're bullshit. And embracing the red pill in your 20s will leave you approaching your 30s single, not knowing what the fuck to do, and it's just a mess.